So this year, Massachusetts has gotten high levels of snow. I'm not sure if they're record levels, but it's at least been pretty significant snowfall compared to previous years. As much as I like skiing backcountry in Vermont, New Hampshire, as someone who works full time, I do like to. It is a lot easier if I can ski locally. So this year in particular, I've been skiing a lot and trying to find cool kind of local backcountry spots next to the Boston. And so this video kind of explores three different areas, what I call the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you have any other interesting spots in Eastern Mass, let me know. In another video, I am going to cover more Central Mass, Wadick, and also Mount Tom. But here I really wanted to highlight the ones basically right next to Boston. So the first place we're going to explore, aka the good, is actually Prospect Hill in Waltham, Massachusetts. Now, Prospect Hill is interesting in that it was a former ski resort. And the good thing, and we'll talk about this some more in these videos, is the good thing about former ski resorts is that they've at least done some grading and removing of the rocks. Because that's a very big thing in both Eastern and Central Mass, even Western Mass to an extent, is a lot of these hills we have are very rocky. And that's not a problem if you have a really deep consolidated snowpack. But the unfortunate thing, particularly in Eastern Mass, is even though we got a fair amount of snow this winter, it would melt out and we wouldn't really have a consolidated base. So even when new snow came, there would still be a lot of rocks that your skis would just fall through to. So having kind of a resort where it is graded and it's basically just grass underneath, even if shrubs and other things have grown up through it, means that there's a lot less risk of just shearing your skis on rocks, which you'll actually see me doing later on some of the ungraded areas. But so that's one of the reasons why it is a very good thing, because when you don't have a deep snowpack, these are still skiable. So in terms of the actual logistics of Prospect Hill, there's basically this park you just park at, and then from there you can pretty much just go straight up and start skinning. The easiest way is just to start at the bottom of the sledding hill. This is the most direct route, and just skin to the top. If you want to do more of a cross-country ski, which I did the first time I went there, you can kind of go up the side and just ski around. The top of Prospect Hill is actually very flat. The steeper part is actually down low. So some people, I think, only like do laps on the bottom section. I try to just skin to the top, because if you skin all the way to the top, then it is about, I think, right around 300 feet of vertical for the full run. But then you do have some more of the flat section.
Dutcher, go. Dutcher. Dutcher, to the rear. Yes, no, stay. Wait. Wait, Dutcher. Wait. Wait. You don't want to get hit, little Dutcher. What did I just say, little Dutcher? Little Dutcher. Dutcher, slow down. You're about to run into my skis. Dutcher, careful. Narrow path. There's not even a lot of room for you to turn. Oh, God damn it, Dutcher. What did I tell you? Yeah, there I just lost some speed because little Dutcher is pretty close by. I didn't want her to get hit or something. Now stay. Wait. 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 Is this the way? You know, little Dutcher, Sometimes you need patience. You like to chase after stuff too closely. Now the little Dodgers, wait. Oh yeah, there it is. We're good, we're good. Okay, let's make a new. Hot charge. You need to learn proper speed doggy touring discipline, which is you don't run on your tail. You know that, little Dodger? That's something you need to learn. Oh, there's rocks here. I forgot that. Yeah. I'm gonna move my pole this way. So I'm used to doing a hot turn. What I normally do. Yeah, I just hit one. Ooh, that was fun, little Doctor. Yeah, that top part's not bad. And that middle part. Doctor, careful. Now, you need to learn to be good, Loney. Good, Loney. Run on owner's tails. Okay, Doctor, I'm going to straight line this, so go away. Yes, go. Go. Woo-hoo!
So the second place we're going to look at is the Blue Hills Reservation. And this is actually a pretty good area for hiking in the summer. It's one of the few areas, I think, within 40 minutes of Boston that has actually substantial vertical. So yeah, as you can see, it's basically just south of Boston. And what I like to do, well, there are actually a couple routes you can do on this. One of the things I've done in the past is hike up the backside, then ski down the resort side. Um, that is probably the best thing to do if there is low snow. But what I try to do in the video clip you'll see in a second is basically ski down the backside. So the backside line is basically off of the opposite side of the resort. You basically go to the summit and then ski down the back. This line is documented too on the Powder Project, so you can see that there. And basically, yeah, as you can see, you just go down the backside, and with enough snow depth, this is doable, but again, it is pretty rocky. Another potential thing to do is to link up multiple of the Blue Hills, kind of like the Skyline Trail. Off to the left, you can kind of see the, Little Blue Hill across the road. And then to the right, there are several other hills that are above 400. I think above a total of 400 feet or so, which is pretty nice. So it is possible if it's less rocky, I think, to or I mean wherever when there's deep snow, to basically ski some of these other lines.
So, so on the front side there's actually a resort, but it's unfortunately actually open right now, so I don't think they'd appreciate me skiing down with a dog behind me. Otherwise I would just go down that way. So, got that. Dutcher, quit being melodramatic. I don't. So we're going down the opposite side of the resort through all the rocks and shit. Okay, little Dutcher, yes, we're going to head out. So let's do this. Dutcher. Okay. I'm gonna try to actually mainly point straight, not turn too much. Hit these stupid rocks. Wait up, little Dutcher. It's very scary. Okay. So that wasn't that awful, actually. Oh god, that's rough. Oh shit. And there's just a lot of tree. Little Dutcher, look out. Okay, back up there, Dutcher. Yeah. Just don't have a ton of base. Not really. I think that was my first actual turn of the whole fucking day. But yeah, this clearly isn't great. I think it's gonna get even more rocky in a second. Yeah. Okay. Gotta be a way. You can see this would be a lot better if we had like another foot of snow.
So the final place is Bear Hill in Waltham. Now this is a place that I think if you did get good snow depth, you could get actually maybe a solid 200 feet of vertical out of. And the good thing about it is it's also quite steep in places. So in some ways it would be actually a fairly steep slope. However, the downside is that it really, I think, takes a lot of snow to consolidate and actually be skiable, particularly around the cliff area, which you'll see in a second. So anyways, when I came out, went when there was about, I think, maybe 16 or so inches, but it turns out that wasn't enough because it wasn't consolidated. So instead of trying to directly ski the kind of cliffish area, I decided to do a smaller test slope on the side of Bear Hill, and this did not go well. As you'll see, I fall on rocks in a second, but I do think if there was more snow, this could be a really fun line and some actual kind of steep skiing right near Waltham.
More of a test slope for the main event. See if how well it skis. So so we'll see. There's a bit rocky around here. A bit of a crust. See how deep this is. Why? That's not saying I got a lot of information on the app. See what this is like. Oh god, yeah, there's too many rocks there. Oh god.